Hi, my name is Pam Denny. I'm the designer and architect for the Maximo BI or Business Intelligence tools. And what I want to do today is highlight some of the new Maximo 7.6 features, and specifically features geared toward our report administrator. And with that in mind, I'm going to specifically focus on the report cancellation feature that is very, very important to our report administrator. Before I show the functionality, let me set the scenario as to how this would be applicable in an environment. Say we have an end user, and our end user executes a BERT report. He's very busy, so he executes it against a very large record set, or maybe he forgets to enter some parameter values and again accidentally executes a report against a very large record set. Well, this report will take a long time to process. It's going to have an impact on other reports entering the queue, and it could potentially have a performance impact on the server. So our report administrator needs to take action to cancel that long-running report. The administrator may receive a notification of a long-running report through the new escalations available in 7.6, or he may be in the report admin application in the View Report Processing dialog and cancel it that way. So let's step through this scenario and show why it's so important. I'm actually going to go to Assets today, and I'm going to bring up a number of records that I have access to within the asset application. And as I wait for my page to display, I've got 794 records. Well, let me come over here, and again, I'm the end user. I'm multitasking, doing a number of different things. I'm just going to click Asset Details. And this is a fairly complex report that's available to us. And once its request page displays, I'm going to click Submit. So that will pass my request on to the report server. And this is my BERT viewer, and it's going to show me a dialog that my report is processing and to please wait. So I'm going to let that go ahead, and now let me go back over here and let's switch hats and pretend I'm the administrator. My administrator is going to go into the View Report Processing dialog and see this report that's running for a long time. He sees all the details on when it started, how long it's processing, its last active time, which means its last active database fetch. So let me assume and ask you to also assume that it's been processing for a very long time. So instead of my end user seeing this dialog, let me come back here to Report Admin and click Delete. That will cancel the job. And now what is the end user going to see? Well, instead of seeing this continuous dialog, he receives the message that his report was canceled. So what this does is it enables the administrator to manage the report jobs that are occurring, but it also enables the end user to be notified, oh my gosh, I must have made a mistake, right? If somebody canceled my report, maybe I had executed against too large of a query. So the end user then has that information. If a report is scheduled, the end user would receive notification similar to this, that your scheduled report execution has been canceled by the system administrator. So we notify that user regardless if the report has been executed immediately or via a schedule request. The other thing that might be very interesting or important to the administrator is to try to understand which users are always executing these very large reports. Because if they can identify a small subset of users who are continually causing these large processing reports that need to be canceled by the administrator, the admin can work with them, maybe do a little bit more training, maybe help them to understand how the reports actually execute. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to pull up the report usage report, and I'm going to actually just select that asset details report and click Submit. So what you can do again with this is it enables the admin additional ways to manage the reports that are being executed. And if I run this report, and in this case I ran it by that individual report design file, I can see that Mr. Wilson has been trying to run this report for a few different times, and every single time he runs it, I have to cancel it. So again, what I would do with this action is I would work with that end user, or what I would do with this information, what I would do with this information is work with that end user, make sure he understands how to properly execute reports so he isn't causing these large performance impacts on the report server and also impacting other users within the company. So that's the new report cancellation feature. It's been significantly enhanced in the 7.6 release, utilizing some of the new features that are available to you. And again, cancellation is intended for our report administrators. Thank you very much for your time.